Have you ever risen from your favorite chair and noticed your legs trembling briefly? It's as if your body momentarily forgot how to maintain balance. Perhaps you've observed that climbing stairs seems harder, or that a stroll around the block is more exhausting than before. If this resonates with you, I have something important to tell you. This isn't merely a result of aging. More importantly, it isn't irreversible. In fact, consider this. A significant portion of your leg strength could be found right in your kitchen. Yes, it's true. Recent studies are uncovering something quite thrilling. There is a straightforward food easily available at your local grocery store. If consumed at the right time, it can begin to rejuvenate the function of your leg muscles in just 12 hours, not months, and without any medications. This is a single strategic habit that activates your body's natural recovery processes. Let's start by looking at the broader context. The true cause of diminishing leg strength isn't solely due to aging. Many believe that losing muscle mass after 60 is inevitable. In fact, this condition is so common that medical professionals have a specific term for it: sarcopenia. However, what is often not understood is this. It isn't aging itself that weakens your legs. It's the changes that occur within your nervous system. Your brain and spinal cord transmit small electrical signals to your muscles whenever you make a move. Beginning in your 40s or 50s, these signals can begin to weaken. The transmission slows down. The connection becomes unclear. Thus, even though your muscles remain, they aren't receiving the necessary signals. Picture the muscles in your legs as workers at a construction site. They are trained, prepared, and robust. However, if the foreman's walkie-talkie is losing power, they cannot receive instructions. This situation mirrors what occurs when your neuromuscular system begins to decline. But there's good news. You can boost the signal. The Kitchen Fix, one simple food that revitalizes your muscles. A 2023 study featured in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed a remarkable finding. Adults aged 50 and older who consumed a specific nutrient-dense food in the evening, which was rich in amino acids and B vitamins, experienced enhanced leg muscle recovery by the next morning. This indicates that their bodies started to rebuild strength almost immediately, literally overnight. Why is this important? Because the food assisted in reestablishing the link between nerves and muscles. It goes beyond merely nourishing the muscles. We're focusing on reactivating them. Shortly, we'll disclose the specific food, but first, we need to explore the key element of this puzzle. That element is a potent amino acid known as leucine. Meet leucine, the trigger for muscle repair. Leucine is found in the protein of your food and plays a unique role. It specifically activates your body's muscle-building process. Scientists refer to it as an anabolic signal. Imagine it as flipping a switch that signals to your muscles, "Hey, it's time to grow." Here's the issue. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to protein. You can enjoy a steak or have a shake. However, if your diet lacks sufficient leucine, it may not trigger the necessary response in your body. Fortunately, consuming just 5 to 3 grams of leucine, which is present in 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, can effectively stimulate your muscles. A simple and efficient source of this is whey protein isolate. It's quick to absorb and packed with the precise amino acids your body requires. That's why hospital programs for seniors now include it to assist patients in regaining strength after an illness or injury. But there's more to it because consuming foods rich in leucine does more than just promote muscle growth. It's about reconnecting your muscles. Your brain and your body begin to communicate once more. It's a simple morning routine that transforms everything. So, what steps can we take? Tomorrow morning, give this a try. First, within 30 minutes of getting up, eat 2 whole eggs. They contain a brain-boosting nutrient known as choline. 2. Complement this with a whey protein shake or cottage cheese. 3. Take a brief 10 to 15-minute walk. Why choose eggs? Eggs are beneficial because they supply your nervous system with choline. Choline is crucial for transmitting messages from your brain to your muscles. Consider it as fuel for your body's communication system. Adopting this one breakfast habit has enhanced the well-being of thousands of seniors. They feel steadier, more energized, and more confident in their movements. Often, they notice improvements in just a few days. Have you ever attempted to stand up from the couch and noticed that your legs seem to lag behind your brain? It's as if you made the decision to move, yet your body didn't quite react promptly. This is not just your imagination. And no, it's not simply because you're aging. This delay, this hesitation you feel in your legs, is frequently due to one straightforward reason. The communication between your brain and muscles isn't as effective as it once was. The secret to restoring that communication lies in a tiny molecule named acetylcholine. What exactly is acetylcholine, and why is it important for you to know about it? Every time you decide to move, such as when you stand, reach, or walk, your brain sends a signal down your spine. This signal doesn't travel straight to your muscles. Instead, it passes through a translator. This translator is called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the chemical that transforms our thoughts into actions. It commands your muscles to contract immediately. However, there's a downside. As we grow older, our bodies produce less of this crucial chemical. When our bodies lack enough, our muscles can't respond quickly. Our balance becomes unstable, and our reactions slow down. That's the time when falls occur. That's also when our confidence starts to wane. However, there is good news. You can quickly and naturally boost your acetylcholine levels without using pills. The superfood for your brain is eggs. Eggs are one of the richest sources of a vital component known as choline, which is essential for making acetylcholine. You probably have this powerful food in your fridge right now. Eggs, particularly the yolks, are very beneficial. Consuming just 2 whole eggs delivers more than 300 milliliters of choline. This is sufficient to support your nervous system in rejuvenating the communication between your brain cells. Research confirms it is effective quickly. Specifically, a study in the journal Nutrients revealed that choline could improve neuromuscular signaling within just 6 to 12 hours. This is particularly beneficial when your body requires movement, such as right after waking up in the morning. So, what implications does this have for you? This means that you can actually stimulate your legs just by eating breakfast. Timing plays a crucial role. Why are mornings so important? Acetylcholine levels naturally drop after sleep. This is why your legs might feel especially sluggish or odd in the mornings. However, this also means that mornings are the ideal time to address this issue. Here's an easy routine that many seniors enjoy and find beneficial. First, within 30 minutes of waking up, have 2 whole eggs. You can cook them in any style you prefer, boiled, scrambled, or poached. Second, include a whey protein shake or Greek yogurt to get leucine and other essential amino acids. 3. Try adding sautéed leafy greens such as spinach. These greens enhance anti-inflammatory support and aid digestion. Interested in going the extra mile? Incorporate a brief 10-minute walk following your breakfast to enhance the communication between your muscles and brain. This activity aids your nervous system in practicing the use of those rejuvenated signals immediately. What happens if you don't consume eggs? Some people either cannot or prefer not to eat eggs, and that's perfectly fine. There are alternative sources of choline, such as soybeans, Brussels sprouts, and quinoa. However, it's important to note that these sources have lower absorption rates compared to eggs. Therefore, you might need to consume larger quantities or consider other options like supplements or foods fortified with choline. However, the main point stands. It's not simply about consuming any type of protein. It's about providing your body with the correct signal at the appropriate time. This signal begins with choline, leading to stronger legs and a more alert mind. Here's an additional benefit. Acetylcholine is not only important for your muscles. Choline significantly impacts memory, focus, and mood. Therefore, increasing your choline intake benefits not only your legs, but also your brain. We refer to this as a double win. Consider the experience of one of our viewers, Carol from Wisconsin. She shared with us, "I began eating a simple breakfast of eggs and a shake. Within just a few days, I noticed my legs felt more stable and my thoughts were clearer. It was as if the fog had lifted." Now, imagine yourself watering your garden. The soil is fertile. The sun beams brightly. Yet, despite prolonged watering, the plants simply refuse to thrive. You see that the hose is bent. This is just like what occurs in your muscles when your blood flow decreases. Even if you consume healthy foods and stretch daily, inadequate circulation can result in your legs not receiving the oxygen and nutrients required for movement, repair, and growth. Regrettably, as we age, blood flow tends to decrease, particularly in the legs. However, there is an effective natural method to improve this situation, and it begins with beets. Yes, beets. Why is blood flow crucial for strength? You likely understand that muscles require protein to develop. But were you aware that they also need a consistent supply of oxygen and nutrients to operate correctly? This flow is transported through your blood vessels, which act as your body's natural transportation system. When circulation decreases, several things occur. Your legs start to feel heavy. Movements seem slow. You get tired more quickly, even after minor tasks. It takes longer to recover, and soreness lingers. Great news, your body has the ability to repair itself. It just requires a bit of assistance. This comes in the form of the molecule known as nitric oxide, which is crucial for circulation. Within your blood vessels resides a molecule known as nitric oxide, or NO. It functions like a natural traffic controller. This molecule directs your arteries to widen. When they do, they allow greater flow of blood, oxygen, and nutrients. However, there's a challenge. As we get older, our bodies produce less nitric oxide. This decrease tightens blood vessels and slows circulation. That is why boosting nitric oxide levels is one of the most effective methods to rejuvenate your legs. Introducing beets, a natural source of nitric oxide. Beets, particularly when raw or juiced, contain high levels of nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide very quickly. Research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that older adults who consumed beetroot juice experienced a noticeable boost in leg muscle strength. This improvement occurred within just a few hours. It was especially evident in fast-twitch muscle fibers. These fibers are crucial for maintaining balance and preventing falls. This research extended beyond the laboratory. The enhancements were evident in everyday activities, such as walking faster, climbing stairs, and getting up from a chair. This is significant, as these abilities are directly connected to maintaining independence. A straightforward method involves heartbeats before action. Interested in testing it out? Here's a scientifically supported routine you can begin tomorrow. 1. Consume 8 to 10 Oz, or 250 to 300 ml of beetroot juice. Alternatively, eat 1 to 2 small roasted beets. 2. Undertake this approximately 90 minutes prior to any physical activity. This could be a walk, a class, or light gardening. Essentially, it's anything that activates your legs. 3. Pair this with 20 minutes of gentle movement to enhance blood flow. Think of it as priming the pump. You prepare the system and then signal to your body, "Let's go." If you're concerned about the sugar from the beets, there's no need to worry. When you eat them before exercising, your body uses this sugar for energy instead of storing it as fat. Additionally, you can combine beets with protein or fiber-packed greens to stabilize your blood sugar. This is more important than you might realize. Consider it from this perspective. Protein helps build muscle. Choline transmits signals. Nitric oxide provides energy. If these three elements do not operate in harmony, your leg strength will not improve. However, when they function together, your legs may feel lighter, quicker, and more stable. This improvement can happen in just a day or two. That is why numerous senior wellness programs now include beet juice in their daily routines. Not for detox purposes, not to follow trends, but to gain real tangible strength. As one subscriber shared with us, I started drinking beet juice before my morning walk. Within just a week, my legs no longer felt heavy like concrete. I even managed to dance a bit with my grandson. It's been years since we've seen this kind of advancement, and it's progress that truly excites us. Have you ever experienced a profound ache in your legs that wasn't caused by walking a long distance or exercising intensely? It's a subtle, persistent ache that stays with you, even on days when you're resting. This could be a sign of inflammation. It's not the noticeable type you see with swelling from an injury, but rather a silent, internal kind that gradually weakens your muscles. And here's the key point many overlook. The underlying inflammation might actually be why your legs are feeling weaker, despite eating a healthy diet and maintaining an active lifestyle. However, the positive news is that there is a natural method to soothe this inflammation. It's sitting right there in your refrigerator. Let's talk about inflammation, what it is, and why it's important. Imagine chronic inflammation as a car engine that just keeps running and won't turn off. Your immune system is always active, even when you're resting. It operates in the background, consuming energy and causing damage to healthy tissue. This activity can also disrupt the healing and growth of your muscles. Research indicates that even mild, ongoing inflammation can reduce muscle strength, delay muscle recovery, and hinder the nervous system's ability to engage your leg muscles properly. Consequently, your muscles might be present, but not functioning optimally. This is why older adults experiencing chronic inflammation may notice that their legs feel present, yet weak. They might be slow to respond and tire easily. A natural remedy? Dark leafy greens. And now for the best part. You don't require a prescription to defend against illness. Simply include more dark leafy greens in your diet. Consider foods like kale, spinach, Swiss chard, mustard greens, and arugula. These greens are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. They are loaded with polyphenols such as quercetin. This compound helps in reducing inflammatory markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. They also contain magnesium. Magnesium relaxes muscles and lowers stress hormones. Chlorophyll is known for its ability to detoxify inflammation. It works by creating byproducts and supporting blood flow with natural nitrates. Recall the role of nitric oxide in this process. According to a 2019 study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology, diets high in quercetin, particularly from sources like kale and mustard greens, have been shown to reduce inflammation levels within just 2 to 4 weeks. Moreover, when these diets are paired with gentle daily exercise, the health benefits increase even further. Participants experienced not only reduced soreness, but also improved mobility and enhanced confidence. Why did this happen? It was because their diet was aimed at more than just nutrition. They were consuming food to communicate a message to their body. We're safe. You can stop fighting now. Stop. Start your morning with a simple habit that can change everything. You don't have to eat salads throughout the day. Just include 1 cup of dark leafy greens in your first meal. Here's the reason. The morning is the time when your body's circadian rhythm, which is the internal clock that controls inflammation, is most open to anti-inflammatory signals. By beginning your day with greens, you help prepare your immune system to relax. When you add healthy fats such as avocado or olive oil, your body absorbs the anti-inflammatory nutrients more effectively. For instance, consider breakfast: scrambled eggs with sautéed kale and olive oil. Consider blending a smoothie with spinach, banana, Greek yogurt, and a touch of lemon. Looking for additional benefits? Include some walnuts or pumpkin seeds to get healthy fats and magnesium. It's not a miracle cure. It's a soft reset. Now, if you eat grains today, will your legs feel like they did when you were 25 by tomorrow? Likely not. However, within 10 to 14 days, many individuals report feeling less sore, experiencing improved energy, enjoying more stable movement, and encountering fewer unexpected stumbles when rising from a chair. It's not solely related to diet. It's about consistently sending the right signals to your body. Over time, these signals transform into strength. If you have reached this point, take a moment to acknowledge your effort. Why is this important? Simply by understanding your body, you have taken the initial step towards becoming stronger. This is true even after the age of 60. It holds even if your legs feel unsteady. It applies even if you have heard that it's merely aging. The reality is, your body still recalls how to regain strength. It simply requires the correct cues. Let's briefly recap what we've discovered and how you can implement it. Here are 6 scientifically supported methods to regain strength in your legs. 1. Leucine is known as the muscle trigger amino acid. It is found in whey protein, eggs, and poultry. Leucine helps activate the process that signals your muscles to grow. 2. Choline acts as a communication restarter. You can find it in egg yolks and soybeans. Choline aids in the production of acetylcholine. This chemical instructs your muscles to move. 3. Nitric oxide enhances blood flow. This substance is found in beets, spinach, and arugula. It helps expand your blood vessels. This allows more oxygen and nutrients to reach the muscles in your legs. 4. Dark leafy greens. These are powerful inflammation fighters. They're packed with anti-inflammatory nutrients that assist in faster muscle recovery and response. 5. Meal timing. This is often the missing piece for many seniors. Consuming 30 grams of protein in the morning and following light activity enhances muscle repair. 6 gentle movements daily act as a catalyst. Taking a short walk or engaging in a stretching session increases blood flow, enhances nerve signaling, and boosts energy levels. The morning reboot routine you can begin tomorrow. Here's a detailed step-by-step guide that integrates everything. You won't require sophisticated gear, just your kitchen, your feet, and 30 minutes. 1. Start your day by drinking a smoothie with a beetroot base. Include spinach, banana, protein powder, or Greek yogurt to make it a complete meal. 2. Take a 15-minute walk. This stimulates your circulation and activates your nervous system. Next, have a protein-rich breakfast that includes choline and leafy greens. Try 2 eggs with either kale or mustard greens, lightly sautéed in olive oil. Simple and effective. 4 movements. Stretch gently or repeat the movement around midday. Light activity stimulates your neuromuscular system and maintains high levels of nitric oxide. Number 5. After any form of exercise, have a small snack that includes both protein and carbohydrates. Consider, for instance, a slice of whole grain toast topped with cottage cheese or a handful of nuts and berries. This may seem straightforward, yet simplicity is key here. This is because scientific effectiveness does not require complexity. Strengthen more than just your muscles. Here's the wonderful aspect. When you nourish your muscles properly, something else starts to transform. Your confidence is restored. Your steps become steady once more. You start to feel like yourself again, strong, enduring. And it's not only about legs, it's about all the activities they enable you to perform. Take a stroll with your grandchildren. Tend to your garden without worrying about falling. Rise from a chair effortlessly. Muscle represents more than just the ability to move. It symbolizes independence. Here is a final word of encouragement. You don't need to make drastic changes to your lifestyle. Simply begin with small steps and maintain consistency. Every smoothie you drink, every egg you eat, every stretch you do, it all accumulates. Over time, your body will begin to listen, respond, and rebuild itself. You'll transition from feeling wobbly to walking with strength, from feeling frustrated to gaining control. This, dear friend, is the true strength of the science we've discussed today. If this video has provided you with hope, a plan, or a new viewpoint, we would appreciate it if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Here at Everyday Senior Health, we hold a firm belief that aging doesn't necessarily mean becoming weaker. It simply means becoming wiser about your body, your habits, and your overall health. We thank you for joining us.